or or acting or whatever. The most important thing is that I feel fulfilled as an artist, and ultimately what the world gets out of it and what they choose to see, I can't control it or predict it. And of course I always hope that they will see that and get past, you know, what they consider the scandal or the imaging or but that's something the media's created.
I know.
Is this guy amazing? Like,
Yes, I am a tramp. And I'm proud of it.
I have absolutely no control over the media. I only have control over what I do as an artist, and if I say what I want to say, then I have fulfilled myself. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, I think so. How therapeutic is writing a song? Because
extremely.
Because there's a song on the album that's written about people that you've known that have died of AIDS.
Mm-hmm.
So in a way that the writing process for you is also a way of letting out emotions.
Yes, and that's not to say even that everything I write is exactly true and what happened to me. I think that, you know, all kinds of artistic expression can be a cathartic experience for you emotionally. Whether you go to a canvas and take a brush and just like start painting, you know, smears of red and blue, or you write a poem, or you write a song, piece of music, whatever. It's absolutely therapeutic. Yeah.
When you work on a song, what's the actual process?
It's different every time. It's really different every time. Sometimes I have an idea musically in my head. I don't play an instrument, so I work with several different songwriters, and I will go to one of them and say, I hear this, play this on the piano or whatever, and record it. Sometimes people present me with music, and it inspires me to write words to it.
The sound is quite raw on the album at times as well. How do you get that sound? I mean, how?
By not producing it too much. I mean, actually, when we went in and we wrote the songs, Shep Pettibone and Andre Betts, two different guys that I wrote with on this album, we did them all on 8-track. We made 8-track demos, and we basically kept them very true to what our original inspiration was when we were writing the songs. Instead of taking those tracks and then going into a 24-track and saying, okay, we have to do everything over, only better, we said, this is it, this is good enough. I mean, we did a few minor overdubs, but other than that, pretty much what you hear on the album is what the original demo form of each song was. That's probably why it has that raw feeling to it.
You've been an artist that's been successful throughout the whole of the MTV period.
Mm-hmm.
How important do you feel that MTV has been in your success?
I think it's been extremely important because MTV is so much about image and the visual presentation, and since I love film, for me it's given me a great chance to express myself and sort of make little movies out of each of my songs. So, extremely
In recent
important.
times, it's been, you know, difficult in the powers that be to always show your video like the present one. Do you feel now that really that MTV doesn't matter anymore, that you are, you know, well enough known not to worry about that form of medium, and that you can just express what you want to express and not worry about having it
accepted by MTV?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, MTV, I'm not going to denigrate or deny how instrumental they were in helping me in the beginning of my career. But, you know, MTV plays to a huge audience, and a lot of them are children, and a lot of the themes that I'm exploring in my videos aren't meant for children. So I understand that they say they can't show it, and I accept it. But that's where I am right now in my life. So it's not like I'm saying, you know, oh, you know, I don't need you anymore, screw off. You know what I mean? It's not like that at all. It's just, I understand these are adult themes. Children watch the show, so of course you can't play it on the show. I accept it.
With what you're expressing now, how much have you thought about going on tour and expressing what you're expressing now on stage?
I think about touring, but really I haven't got a specific date in my mind, so it probably wouldn't be until next year, and I've got absolutely no idea how, what, when, where, anything, how I would do it. But you know, I'm sure it's going to come up sooner or later.
Let me hear you scream! Come on, let me hear you sing it. Yes! One more time! All right. Holiday. Come down and celebrate. One day out of life. It would be so
Of course, another area that you're involved in is acting. So how much more confident have you become over the years as an actress?
I'd say with the last couple of movies that I've done, a lot more confident. I mean, it's like anything. The more you get on stage and perform, the better you feel in front of a crowd. It's the same thing with a camera and film. The more I do it, the more confident I feel. So little by little.
Much is said that you like to, and I don't know whether this is true, of course, but much is said that you like to control everything around you and what you're doing and the direction you're going and so on and so forth. But when you're an actor, you can't control the film. The director controls the film.
That's
So
right.
how,
That's why I'd like to be a director.
and also direct yourself?
No,
Why wouldn't you do that?
because that's too complicated. I don't want to run back and forth the camera. That's because being a director is about being in control, and being an actor is about letting go, and I think that it's asking too much to play both roles.
Is that also why you started Maverick as a record label? Because you wanted to, I suppose, sort of move on and have another facet to what you're doing musically, really, and be in control in that area?
Yeah, well, you know, control is the word we're sort of throwing around, and I think that it has a negative connotation. When I say I want to be in control, I simply mean I have a dream, I have a vision, and I want to execute it. When you're a musician, when you're a singer, and much of the work I've done, I've had an idea or a dream or a vision, and I've seen it from beginning to end, and it's been my own personal vision. As an actress, you are servicing someone else's dream. The only person that's vision is executed is the director. So there's a difference there. And then as far as Maverick goes, the company, I have a company because I'm interested in exploring, nurturing, and developing other people's talent, other musicians, other singers, other writers, other actors, other directors, everything. I like to think of it as an artistic think tank where I just like to go out and find young, raw talent and put people together and come up with stuff. So it's kind of an experiment. And it has less to do with control and more to do with nurturing other people.
Is it also a good way of actually, for you to get new ideas, that you're surrounded by so many people doing different things? That
Well, I've always
has a
gotten
payoff?
ideas from other people. I think that's the best way to be inspired as an artist is to be around humanity. Whether you're walking down the street or you're standing in the middle of a shopping mall or you're hanging around a lot of really brilliant people. I mean, you know, the smarter, I mean, the more brilliant people that you hang around, the more inspired you get, you know. So I just like to be around talented people, whether I use what I learned from them in my work or not.
Now, one of the first singles that was going to be released from Maverick was The Queen's English, which was by the two dancers that were...
Louis and Jose.
Yeah, that's right. What happened to that? Will it be released at some point?
Yeah, it's going to be released, but it's going to be on a compilation record with a series of different artists, all New York artists that sort of are in that genre of music, house music. And right now we're compiling all the artists for that, so once we have all the songs, we'll release that. That wouldn't come out until next year.
And on that track that you were involved vocally as well, weren't you? With doing
I sang backup, yeah.
How do you feel about the fans outside your hotel window?
Here?
Yeah.
Well, they're very annoying at night when I'm trying to sleep. That's how I feel. I mean, I'm very flattered by it, but
What
they
do you
should just
say
have
to-
a curfew or